Welcome to the Shy and Toy After Show. Anyway, we spill the tea for y'all every week, like
Yep.
clockwork. This is our little break from the true crime stuff, but
hmm
this week, um, had a lot of people backpedaling, submitting some retractions for events that occurred in the fall of 2023 regarding the lady got hit by a brick in Houston.
Yeah.
We all seen that, right?
Yes. We all seen it. It was a very split argument. It was down the middle.
Yes.
Some men were like, everybody, most people, it's not split. Most people were like, no, she got hit by a brick. They're rallying behind her, supporting her. I was
Hmm.
one of them that supported
I
her.
was too.
Yeah. But, it came out that she could have possibly lied. In addition to her lying, now this was last year, y'all. In addition
Yeah.
to her lying, it was also said that this is the thing she does, right? She actually is the aggressor first. She hits men first, and then she gets mad because there were videos leaked of her, not leaked, but like resurfaced old videos where she walked up and like punched men in the face unprovoked, just and walked off like it was funny.
Yeah,
And
that was
they were just
her content.
and that was her content exactly. So they were saying this particular time, she hit the wrong man and they knocked out. I'm not condoning it, but what I am saying, keep your hands off people, right? So
Exactly.
now, you know, and they were able to refute that it was a lie. She actually was hit. She had documents from the doctor, medical records. Doctors came out, confirmed that she was hit. But now it's coming out that she did lie, and homegirl on the run.
Yes. She was supposed to turn herself in today and she did not show up. So she is on the run. There's a reporter who was saying something about, I don't know what the Black Panther Party has to do with it, but I guess they were supposed to meet with her in order for her to turn herself in, and she failed to meet them. She has been charged with felony fraud by deception for defrauding GoFundMe for over $40,000.
Mm-hmm.
Um, this is not her first time. So apparently she is a habitual scammer. Back in 2020, she had a GoFundMe where she was trying to raise $5,000, claiming that she had been attacked back then. Said she suffered a black eye, facial contusions, and injuries to her leg. Now, it's not sure whether she actually got that money at that time, but when this incident we're talking about happened, last year in 2023, she was at a club in Houston and alleged that a guy hit her with a brick. She put up a GoFundMe to cover medical costs and stuff like that, and she got a pretty good penny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, GoFundMe has had to come out and say, we don't typically do this. Like, we know people defraud GoFundMe all the time. GoFundMe had to come out and say, we don't typically do this, but we felt compelled in this instance because, working with police and investigators, the
Mm-hmm.
police did indicate she did get hit, but her story changed so much and she lied so much. They alleged that she got hit with a water bottle. So it didn't say plastic. I don't know what kind of water bottle. I don't know if that man hit her with a Stanley cup. I don't know what happened. But she's a scammer. She's a liar. We know those things for sure.
Well, they do have the glass bottles of water, but those are huge.
Yeah.
And with the you can go, sis. Can you pull it up? Her face, like if
Yes.
it's on Google. So
Yes.
if you look at her face, it looks like she was hit with something huge. Like her face was swollen so bad it looked deformed. So yeah,
Yeah.
they said it was a brick, but honestly, it could have been a brick. But I would expect for if it was a brick she was hit with, I would expect there to be slight cuts on her face due to the unevenness of the brick, possibly.
Right.
But it was nothing like that. Her face was just literally swollen. So immediately, Toy said, immediately they questioned her, but they were able to, prove that she was hit. And I'm just really disappointed because there are women and men abused every day. And for you to make this your whole platform and your content And yes, that's it. Yep,
Yeah, I
that's
see
her.
that. Like when I
Yes,
click on these individual things, my internet is being slow or something. I don't know what's going on. It won't pull up
yes.
the actual site, but y'all can see that.
Mhm. Y'all, that is significant swelling. That's near her temple, which is very dangerous. Okay.
Yes.
But yep, this is the lady we're talking about. I think she goes by the name of Ro, but Ro, her boyfriend even came out. This was last year because, like I said, it was so much stuff going on about her, between her being hit by, people were upset because she was hit. They were rooting for her. And then it came out that she was lying. And then it came out that she wasn't lying. And then now we're here. But there was a boyfriend or ex she had because she was labeling herself as a black woman. But one of her exes came out, I believe, allegedly, he said he was an ex. And he basically said, well, she never even counts herself as a black woman. I was like, what?
But on everything on media, like, and
Black woman.
she had like some kind of interview or something I pulled up from 2020. It wouldn't let me access it without paying for it. Y'all need to
Mm-hmm.
stop that with these news
Yeah.
outlets and things. But she
Yeah.
had some kind of interview or something where she was saying, I'm a black woman, I'm Somalian, and I'm a refugee. So apparently she came here from somewhere else. If that is true, like if Rose her real name, I don't know. This
Mm-hmm.
girl done told so many lies. It's giving like the girl who cried wolf. I
Yeah.
don't know. I was one of the ones that came out in support of her 10 toes down because the way I feel about it, it's best to support a victim than to not support one. Because we, as a society, we have to realize we have a tendency to victim blame. So
Yes.
people want to go to, well, what did you do to make him hit you?
Yeah.
In this instance, but what I don't want to happen, and this is what I feel like this is going. When other people come forward about their abuse or being assaulted, I don't want people to immediately dismiss them.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not helping, you know, black women on any
Mm-hmm.
level, any regard, because now people gonna be looking at us crazy if we do come forward with the assault story. But at
Mm-hmm.
the same time, it's like
It's
I've had
already
it up to
hard.
here with this story. Like
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah.
Like
This has been going on since last year, and I'm completely worn out from it. And like Toy was just saying, like there are so many women who get abused, and particularly for some reason, black women, they don't have compassion for black women. It's like
no,
we have to tolerate so much pain, and
yeah,
we have to, if there's a black woman that comes out that says she was abused, well, they gotta check, and they don't just believe
they
them face
they don't
value.
believe us on face value. Like
Yeah.
we just saw
No.
this like maybe a month ago with the stuff with Dr. Jackie where she wasn't believing her black female patients that they were in pain or
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. Like society does not believe black women when we say things happen to us, and that is insane because let's be real. I don't want this to be a race thing, but it is. Like,
Hmm.
they say the black woman is the most hated person in the world, and I'm starting to feel that way. Like,
Yes.
with so much coming on, y'all don't question the white woman. We saw that white woman killed her black boyfriend in cold blood and got off.
Yeah. She went to Hawaii and was hiding for a while, and
Yeah,
they,
like she was just out and about. Like they didn't even
Mhm.
like and you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
but like
She claimed
y'all,
it was mental health, and they put her in this nice rehab. It was a nice rehab allegedly. It was, and
yeah,
she got out.
she got
So,
out. But see, it's different with black women. It's black women, we're not allowed to be weak, but we can't be too strong.
yep.
You know what I'm saying? We're not allowed to have mental health issues, but we can't be too
Hmm.
sane.
Can't
Like
be
they don't
emotional.
you can't
You
be
know,
emotional.
yep.
You know what I
You
mean?
can't have a bad day. You
You
always
should
got to
have
be
feelings.
smiling.
You should
Yep.
have feelings and be able to feel something, but you shouldn't do too much with it. You shouldn't have too much
Yep.
emotion. You shouldn't be crying.
Yep.
You shouldn't be doing X, Y, Z. And it's like, and I get it that black men go through a lot of the same things. Like, it's like, but specifically black women. I even see black
Hmm.
men attacking black women. I love
Yeah.
my black men. Don't get me wrong. This is not an attack on y'all. Some, it does not apply to all. But it's like we damned if we do, damned if we don't.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
do I support Ro? No, I do not, because she lied several times. But
Hmm.
um, the police said that she was hit,
Yeah.
but she lied so much so to the point that everybody looking at her with the side eye now, and it does
Right.
not look good that you are a scammer. It also does not look good that you have now fled
Hmm.
and you're on the run.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't stand behind that.
No.
But I don't want this to take away from future victim stories. I don't want this to,
Right.
like, this does not need to become a precedent for Black
Right.
women that y'all do not believe us when we say
Right.
these things, because we are being sexually assaulted. We are
Yeah.
being molested. We are
Mhm.
being physically abused. We are being emotionally, mentally abused day in
Yeah.
and day out, but
Mhm.
nobody believes us.
Right. Right. No, I agree 100%. And for her to be riding the waves of this for entertainment, just to be scamming people, like, not only are you gonna face consequences on earth, he
God
gonna
gonna
give you
get
his
it. He gonna
due,
humble you. And I'm
because
gonna
you
say
have been.
this.
Hmm.
At this point, I don't give a damn if you was hit or not. Now I want to hit you because you have pissed me off
Yeah.
so bad, because I'm like, it, this is not okay. Like, this is going to
Right.
impact so
Yeah.
many other Black women.
Yeah.
It's going to
Yeah.
take away from their voice.
Yeah.
We do not need to set this precedent.
No. No.
At this point, girl, I'm going to get a break. Because what? Like,
She was. Yeah, but let me tell you, even last year, because I remember this part. I wanted to make sure I made this point. So last year, when they were trying to push the narrative that she lied, many women and men, well, it was mainly men, just saying that basically that she was basically that they believe, because it came out that she lied. I'm sorry. Came out that she lied, and they were basically saying she was just pushing a narrative. Well, others were pushing the narrative, trying to make it look like she lied, and that, like this point we just made, like, kind of like saying, y'all just coming out saying she lied because y'all don't believe Black women. That was the excuse they were using for her last year, and
yes.
for everybody to go to bat for her, and that's what you were like. You weren't even abused, you know what I mean? And
Right.
but that's what they were saying last year, because they came out and said that she lied, and people were saying, no, she's not lying. Y'all just trying to find any and every way not to,
Not to believe Black
believe Black
women.
women.
Y'all was
You know,
already doing it. Now it's finna get
it,
worse.
now
Like,
it's about to get bad. You hear me? And y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm just like irritated with her. I did feel so, I felt I felt sorry for her when I saw the picture, because, like, as y'all can see, that is a severe injury. I
yeah.
have experience with brain injury. So not myself, but I'm saying I've worked, I have a lot of experience with brain injury, and like right away when I saw it, I was like, she's gonna have, like, with that side of her face, really, with brain injuries, time will tell as they go on. So it could be like she could be completely fine and have a headache, but, like, you know
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
down the road she could have complications. You just never know.
Anything. But I did
Yeah.
want to also make mention that they said that the guy in question, the
Mhm.
incident that took place at the time, this club in Houston, she was twerking on him.
Oh, wow.
And then they got in the car together. Apparently, he drove a Maserati. They got in the car together, and then I guess they drove off somewhere. I don't know if they drove off. They got in a Maserati together, and
Yeah.
then that's when this assault took place. But she says he was the aggressor. Allegedly, he says she was the aggressor. There's the video on TikTok that consciously uploaded today, actually, with this alleged guy in question, and he is admitting to doing it, but he said that it was a liquor bottle. Again, I don't know how true this is. I'm just telling you the information that's out there. You can go look it up on TikTok. And the guy said that she was the aggressor and she hit him in the face or something like that, and it was a jerk reaction.
Hmm.
So it was very weird. There was talk about like a sex toy, which is why she hit him. There was apparently this guy in particular walks around with a sex toy. I don't want to be too graphic, but it starts with a D and ends in an O. And that was the start of this disagreement or argument or whatever. Very weird. I don't know how true this is. This guy is on camera admitting to someone that he was the person, but
Yeah.
we, like, I don't know, because so many
Yeah.
lies to put out. I'm not on her side. I'm not on his side. I'm just tired of the
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. keep your hands off each other, period. That's one
Period.
stance I can
Period.
stand on. Keep your hands off each other, period. I mean, hands, objects, everything. Keep your hands, like, because we can only think of abuse in a sense of, women hitting, men hitting
Men
women,
hitting
but there
women.
is a thing where women hit men and women can be the aggressor. And for me, and I'm all about on the right side. Like,
Yeah.
if you had your hand on that man, did that justify hitting you with an object? No,
But
but
at the
stop.
same time, like they
Yeah.
say, you can't do evil and do dirt to people and then want to dictate and judge what they do in retaliation. Like,
Mm-hmm.
if you're putting your hand on a man
Yeah.
and he hits you back, you gonna look shocked for what? Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, keep your hands objects to yourself. That is something you learned in kindergarten.
It's
Apply it.
very minimal.
Well, at
Like
least you were
that's
supposed to learn in kindergarten.
I don't know what's wrong with y'all. Don't put your hands on nobody unless you ready for them consequences. And
Exactly.
I don't play with, like I ain't about to put my hand on a man because as strong as some women, not me, because I don't claim to be strong. As strong as some women may appear to be or may think they are, your strength will never equate to a man. A man's strength is something totally different, baby. I don't want that smoke.
Physical strength, not
Yeah,
mental strength.
physical strength.
Physical strength, yeah.
I don't want that. Like I ain't listen. I mind the business that pays me. I ain't put my hands
Yeah.
on nobody without them putting their hands
Mhm.
on me first.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm just sorry. She disgusted me. She disgusted me last year though. Like I said, when those clips came out about her, hitting men and just hitting people randomly, well, men, and just
Yeah,
walking away. I
and
that
claims
ticked
that's
me.
her content.
Yeah.
That one video I saw in particular at the time was a white guy. She allegedly walked up and slapped and then did a little
Hmm.
twerk and walked off. He looked genuinely confused. Like he
Yeah.
didn't do anything, but if he would have knocked your ass down on that pavement, he would have had every right to do so in that moment. I don't
Stop.
support violence,
Yeah.
but don't do
Yeah.
that.
And stop, and y'all, people who use social media, stop giving people like this a platform. Like, don't support people like this who, you know, just want to go viral off stupid stuff like that. You just doing stupid stuff, harming people or whatever. Like, I do know people who are actually abused. And for you to just be doing this and to carry this story along, on and on and on, girl, you disgust me. You just as useless as a white crayon. I'm just keep it
Yeah,
out. I'm just keep it a buck with you.
yeah.
Yeah, like I'm
And
just
they did their investigation. They said the police said she told so many different versions of the stories. Like I'm not saying she did not get hit, but I'm saying, girl, something ain't right. Some
something not right.
the
Because why are
call is
you on the
coming from,
run
as they say, the call is coming from inside the house.
inside the house? Yeah. Yeah, no. And then you got all of these people rooting for you, and girl,
I'm
once again.
disgusted because, but see, my thing, what I need y'all to realize, like, what really upset me most when the story happened way back when, and it's been upsetting me for some time now
Mhm.
on social media, which is a reason why I have taken a step back for the most part. I know I'm no longer on Facebook and things like that. It's always black men against black women.
Yeah.
We should not be against each other because at
Yep.
the end of the day, you have to realize black women need black men and black men need black women. Like I need you as much as you need me.
That's
I
true.
recognize that. And also, just me simply, you know, standing up for women and for their voice to be heard and for equal rights and things of that sort does not mean that I'm anti black man. I love a black man.
Mhm.
Ask anybody that know me, I like my men as black as my shirt, the blacker the better.
She do.
Black as the midnight, black as the pavement. Like I love a black man, but that just because I advocate for these things, pro black woman is not anti black man, and pro black
Mhm.
man is not anti black women. Like we're not
Mhm.
against each other.
Mhm.
But that just brings me back to my other point. You can't deny
Mhm.
how often black women are not believed. We just saw a
Mhm.
video of a famous black man running away from a situation and he was found guilty because it was a white woman.
Yeah.
They believed her without any
And
proof.
he
Even the
wasn't.
driver.
Yes. And keep in mind, y'all, like, because legally, I heard, well, I didn't hear the verdict. I saw the article and everything, right? And they didn't even find him guilty of the actual abuse. It
Right.
was negligence, they said,
Yes.
that put him in the situation, basically. But I like I said, I must reiterate, I am a woman who believes do not put your hands on nobody,
Right.
period. But I'm also a woman who looks at every aspect, right? There
Right.
was so many articles, and we are talking about Jonathan Majors and his ex-girlfriend, right?
Yeah.
There are articles that if you don't read them, the headline will sway your opinion. In today's age, you have to read and listen to the video and listen to the person
Yeah.
speaking.
Because
So,
they
like,
do those catchy titles for clickbait.
for clickbait, right? And it might not be as bad as that headline, right?
Right.
For example, this recording of him, you know, talking about, how he was a great man and he's about to do great things for his culture. And she needs to be a Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama now, right? I was like, Jonathan, what the hell going on with you? Like,
Did you
there,
sidetrack real quick? But did you
yeah,
see my post on Martin Luther King Jr. Day? I said, "Happy Jonathan Luther King." Just
see that. No, and I'm glad I did.
Martin Waltz so Jonathan could run.
No, don't pay her no attention. We're trying to be serious. Don't pay her no attention.
Okay,
But,
go ahead.
but anyway, so he's going on in the video like, I'm a great man and you need to be like Michelle Obama. Now, it sounded ridiculous, right? Because when I saw the headline, I was like, Jonathan, seriously? Like, but I said,
The white woman to be like Coretta.
and when I heard him say it, my mind went so many places. Like, I envisioned this woman with a two-piece suit on with the skirt and the hat, sorry.
Dressed up like Harriet Tubman. Rosa Parks on that bus.
I'm I'm really trying to be serious right now.
Messing up your serious name, but when I tell you I laughed so long and hard on it.
Okay, all right. Focus. Focus.
I'm gonna just mute my mic.
Don't mute it. Okay. All right. So, but if you don't pay attention to the actual content, of course you will have these emotions. They will trigger these emotions in you because as a black woman, I'm thinking, what? Like, you're telling her to be these powerful women that are like well, Coretta Scott King was a trailblazer, standing behind her husband, continuing on, his legacy, continuing on even after he was assassinated. And Michelle Obama, the first lady of the United States. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like,
I love Michelle. Now I want to be like Michelle. That's who I.
yes,
That's one of my role models. That's who I
yes,
emulate.
yes.
Michelle.
Like, but I got what he was saying. These women are strong. You don't have them out. You didn't have them like Coretta Scott. You didn't have her out here just doing anything, just like looking crazy, right? Michelle
Right.
Obama the same way. It's all about, giving back culture out here, doing projects, advocating and stuff. That's what he meant.
Right.
Wrong choice of words, Jonathan. Wrong choice of words.
Right.
But I got where he was coming from, right? And I understand why people got mad. But he
Yeah.
was not disrespecting her in that video. He had his voice raised, but it wasn't like in a degrading way. At least I didn't think so.
It wasn't.
But I also have to think about people who are recording, people who don't know they're being recorded. Okay?
I hate that.
They're always going to make sure their voice sounds good and like they have control of the narrative when they're recording, and and the person they're recording doesn't know, and I felt like, well, why are you recording like during this moment, and it's really sad that how this has went down. Disney, Marvel, immediately once the verdict came in, they said he is done, he is fired, basically. And I was like, what a blow, 2 blows in one day.
Right.
Do I think he's gonna do serious jail time? No, he's gonna be on probation. I'll be shocked if he does jail time.
I
But
don't think so, because he doesn't have a history, and even if he were to do it, it'll be a year
yeah. But he
at
got the
most.
least charge you can have in that situation. So
Yeah.
the lesser charge, I meant, sorry,
But
y'all.
the point is that we're trying to make y'all. There was no hard evidence submitted to show that this man was abusing this woman, but because she was a white woman, everybody believed her and took her at face value. She get up there crying them crocodile tears, and then it's, oh, we gotta lock this one up. We gotta, you know what I mean? But
Yeah. And I did watch his interview, and they said there were aspects like photos and stuff that they didn't even allow,
yeah,
to be submitted, and I
right.
was like, and they were his photos, like the photos he had from where he was scratched, and I,
And I
I think
thought
it
you
was,
couldn't even really record people without their knowledge.
you can't. I mean, well, I guess it depends on where you're at, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'm like you, sis. I'm not with that secret recording stuff, because of course, quite naturally, you're gonna record something to make me look bad. Like, I feel like she was planning, like this was a build up.
Yeah.
And you knew that either he was going to leave you or you were going to leave, y'all was on the brink of splitting up, and you just
Hmm.
had this in your chamber, like, cuz
Yeah. Yeah.
what? And
I
all he was telling you was that you need to stick to the plan, because he had
Yeah.
a plan for the both of you. You need to stick to the plan. You can't be out here wilding out with your
Yeah.
homegirls
Yeah.
all the time, like coming in
Hmm.
drunk or whatever,
Hmm.
because he has a vision, and for
Yeah.
you to be a part of that vision, you need to get on board. That's all he was saying.
But at the same time, obviously he had grounds to have that conversation, because like you said, that's why he was talking to her about it, because she did come home drunk with her friends, being disruptive and stuff, and someone who's a very busy person and trying to meet goals and go somewhere in life and whatever, like,
Right.
it's not that you have to be this prude person, but you do have to have boundaries and
It's
set
levels.
you know I'm just sorry, and everybody can feel that way. Am I advocating for abuse? No. But
Right.
what was undeniable, he did not have a fair trial. They didn't admit all the evidence in there. I think the pictures we saw of him with his injuries, um they weren't admitted in there,
No.
unfortunately. I think they were
Now,
released.
let
Uh-huh.
me say,
Okay.
them supposed injuries,
What?
them supposed injuries. I was like, nah, Jonathan, this is
Yeah.
something that you could have did shaving.
Yeah. Now
That
he did.
that wasn't solid evidence for me.
Yeah, that wasn't solid evidence. I don't feel like it was a severe scuffle at all. I mean, it shouldn't have been
No.
a scuffle at all. I'm
Right.
not saying that, but what I'm saying, I don't think it was as bad as. Of course, they're
But
trying to. Yeah.
remember, me and you talked about this, and we felt like this was just their dynamic. Like,
Yeah.
they appear to be just a toxic couple. Like, because those toxic couples, this is not their first altercation. This is just the
No.
first one that was caught on video.
Yeah.
We
Well,
both
keep
talked
it
about
real.
it.
He wasn't necessarily caught on video. We just got footage of him trying to sit her ass. I'm not laughing. I am laughing. It's just, he was just trying to like sit her in the car, and she just whipped up, and he just sat her, and then he walked away and just running down the road. I was like,
Sounded like he was on track and field. I said,
it's
but
ready.
but how, if he's the aggressor, how are you chasing after him?
Yeah, yeah,
If he abused you, you're chasing
yeah,
after. That's what I be
yeah,
saying, y'all.
yeah.
Like,
But
a white woman can say the sky is purple, and the world gonna believe her.
but in addition to that, okay, I'm not gonna touch on that. No, I'm not gonna touch on that one. But
What?
No, no, that's not gonna go over well.
Okay.
But they were able to prove that her injury was not sustained by twisting the finger either. Like,
Yeah.
She, like we said, me and Toy said this. They were toxic to each other. It's just this things went a little too far with this one. Both had mental. Because I'm gonna tell you, allegedly, I don't know how true this was. I read this somewhere, and like I'm probably contradicting myself by saying, you got to be careful what you read. But I even read that she had a setup like roses, candles, and everything when he walked in, like with a note and everything. Like it's a mess. That's what I'm just gonna say. It's a mess.
Yeah.
All right, and try to be cautious what I say, because I don't want y'all to think I support abuse or
Yeah.
like I'm just keeping it real. There was some things that I don't feel like made sense to me. That's all I'm saying. But y'all, let us know what y'all think in the comments. I wish Jonathan Majors the best of luck. When I tell you, I loved him in Creed. I loved him as Kang. Matter of fact, I had just watched that stuff like before the news came out. I had just watched Loki and the Quantumania. I had just watched that stuff, and I was like, this is gonna be where they were the trajectory of the Marvel series. He was gonna be like the top dog in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Which Marvel fans, if you know what they're trying to do. But this just threw a wrench in everything, and I hope he's able to work again. I hope someone gives him a chance, because that man is too talented.
Right.
But y'all, prayers for him, prayers for Grace.
I pray they find Ro, because girl,
I
yeah,
pray they
you need
found
to do
Ro, because
time for
Ro,
that.
you need to give them people their money back. I'm just
Right.
sorry.
You deserve to
So
do time, so they need to go ahead and bring you in. But
yes,
y'all, leave y'all thoughts on this. We actually covered quite a couple of topics all at once.
I wasn't gonna touch on Jonathan Majors. Honestly, I have been avoiding that conversation.
Yeah, it just
When
came
people
up here, and
ask
I was
me,
like, dang, this just proves the point. Like, you know what
yeah,
I mean? But
ask my sister. I have been avoiding this conversation. Like,
yeah,
I talk to people about it in my personal life, but like on here, I have been like avoiding it. But I felt the need to say something today, because
yeah,
this is a prime example of, like, it's just y'all get on my nerves. I'm just sorry.
yeah,
Like, y'all get on my nerves. Like,
yeah. Facts. Do better
but
as
anyway,
humanity. Do better.
yeah. All of y'all get a red flag today.
All of
But okay. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. We are gonna get out of here.
them.
Please join us back here next week with the Shine Toy After Show, and also the Sisters in Crime with Shine Toy podcast, where we cover crime and murders and missing persons and all of that stuff. So y'all, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Y'all take care. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Stay blessed. We love y'all. And thank y'all so much for your support. Take care. Bye.
Bye.